Maybe you decided to click on this video because you started questioning whether a cup of dry balls can really provide your dog with everything it needs to thrive. Spoiler alert, it can't. Or maybe your pup refuses to eat and you're looking for some topper ideas. Either way, I'm glad you're here. So let's get started. It seems like ever since the 1860s and the arrival of first commercially made pet food, dog owners have been continuously discouraged to feed their pets anything other than that. And despite the fresh feeding movement gaining more traction in the recent years, we are still being told feeding one type of dog food for their entire lives is the way to go, even though it doesn't make sense. But I'm not here to question that. I'm here to share with you a few ideas on how we can take that bowl of dry food to the next level. And did you know that adding as little as 20% of fresh food into your puppy's kibble can drastically reduce the chances of them getting allergies later on in life? But it's not just puppies who can benefit from these healthy additions. Adult and senior dogs will too. The first problem with kibble is its low moisture content. You can check the guaranteed analysis at the back of the bag, where it's listed as it varies from food to food. But just to give you a rough idea, while a typical kibble would have between 5 to 10% moisture, raw food would be around 70%. So why is that important? In order to digest the dry food, your dog's body would need to find a way to soften it first. And in most cases, that would mean taking water away from other parts of the body, like kidneys, skin, or liver, to kick off digestion, resulting in your pup living in that constant state of dehydration, which obviously is not good. We want to avoid that, and that's why the first item on our list is moisture. And that can be as simple as adding warm water to the kibble and leaving it to sit for a bit before feeding to your dog. Of course, you can also add other liquids like kefir, which will not only add moisture but also enhance your pup's microbiome, or my favorite, bone broth. There are so many benefits to adding bone broth. You really should look into it if you haven't already. It contains many minerals and vitamins that are necessary for our dogs, such as magnesium, phosphorus, calcium. It's known to assist in improving digestive health, so if your pup suffers from leaky gut syndrome, bone broth should be on your list. Glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid found in bone broth help to strengthen the joints. Glycine helps to detox and promote a healthy liver, and collagen, which bone broth is abundant with, can ensure your dog's skin and coat is in the best shape. I could go on and on about other benefits, but let's move on to the next addition, egg. I know it might sound too simple, but trust me. Eggs are like nature's all-in-one multivitamin supplements. Not only they contain all essential amino acids and minerals our dogs need, they are also rich in antioxidants such as lutein and zeaxanthin that help with protecting the eyes, and nutrients like choline that plays a major role in muscle and brain health, memory, and fat metabolism. Eggs are also a good source of vitamin D, which is important because unlike us, dogs can't metabolize sunlight into vitamin D3, so they have to get it from the food they eat. And vitamin D is needed for healthy bones, teeth, and muscles. So how can you incorporate eggs into your dog's diet? For maximum nutrition, I would recommend pasture-raised eggs given raw. You can even crush the eggshell in for extra calcium boosts, but only if you're using organic eggs from a trusted source. Even if you decide not to feed the shell, before you chuck it away, remove the membrane and add it to the food, as it's packed with collagen, glucosamine, chondroitin, and other goodies that will help aid joint health. Now, you might say, what about salmonella risk? Well, dogs have been eating raw eggs for centuries and their digestive system tracts can handle it. But If you're worried, you can cook the egg too. Aim for shorter cooking times, not to lose all the nutrients. Softly boiled are a good option. Next thing you can add on rotation are small oily fish like sardines, mackerel, sprats or anchovies. They are a great source of omega-3 fatty acids that can assist in decreasing inflammation, prevent cancers and maintain healthy skin, cold, brain and heart. Sardines are packed with coenzyme Q10, which can slow down progression of heart disease and increase lifespan. And unlike larger fish like tuna, small fish don't contain high amounts of mercury, which could damage your dog's kidneys, GI tract, nervous system, and other organs. So, how to add it to your dog's diet? Fresh is always best, but if that's not an option, you can feed tinned fish. Just make sure to get the in-water option, not tomato sauce, salt, or brine. And always rinse before feeding. But if you're happy to do some extra legwork, try visiting your local pet shop that sells raw food, as they usually stock small oily fish. Here in the UK, you can buy 1 kilo bag of frozen sprats, sardines or mackerel for about £5 or £6. Depending on the size of your dog, a bag like this can last a long time. The recommended feeding amount is 1 fresh sardine or 2 tinned, because they're smaller, per 10 kilo of your dog's weight 2 or 3 times a week. And while we're on the topic of meat, let's not forget about organ meats like liver, kidney, brain, heart, lungs, tripe or gizzards. They are rich in copper, iron, selenium, taurine, B vitamins, manganese, zinc and so much more. But as they are packed with nutrients, don't feed too much of them. A good example is when you're feeding raw and follow the 80-10-10 rule. It means you feed 80% muscle meat, 10% bones and 10% offal or secreting organs, with 5% liver and 5% of another organ. So only 10% of daily food intake should come from the organ meats. You can feed them raw, lightly cooked, or you can dehydrate them too. It's up to you. But word of advice, never dehydrate kidneys, as your house will stink. You can also add other lean meats to the kibble, especially if the majority of the ingredients found in the one you feed comes from plant-based sources, not actual meat. And even if the meat is listed as the first ingredient, most of the nutrients would likely be lost during the extrusion process, so adding fresh meat is a great idea either way. But not only organ or lean meats should be on your list. Don't forget about bones. I know you might not be convinced, but trust me, dogs have been eating bones for thousands of years and they did really well. Not only the action of chewing will provide your pup with always needed mental stimulation, its teeth will benefit too. So, while the idea of kibble being good for scraping tartar off a dog's teeth is a myth, chomping on bones is not. Bones are also rich in glucosamine and chondroitin, which are important in maintaining that joint health. If you're worried about choking or broken teeth or don't know where to start, go with easy ones like chicken wings or necks. Put on a glove, hold one end of the wing with your fingers tucked in not to lose them, and offer it to your dog. Hold it to make sure they don't try to gulp the thing in one go. After a while, you won't have to do it anymore, as your pup's animal instinct will kick in and it will know what to do. Most dogs, even small breeds, can enjoy an occasional bone every now and then. And depending on your dog's size, give a whole or a part of the wing or neck and reduce the kibble accordingly. Now, let's move to plant matter. And yes, some people say dogs are carnivores and don't need fruit or veggies in their diet, and I'm not here to argue with them because it's somewhat true. However, if given correctly and in small amounts, plants can offer so many health benefits, it would just be silly on our side to say no to that. Veggies, especially dark leafy greens, contain minerals like calcium, magnesium, and potassium, which are important for supporting cognitive function, heart, nerves, and metabolism, prevent dehydration, and so much more. There are also a great source of vitamins that might be difficult to obtain from a meat-only diet. Vegetables can help mitigate that chronic state of dehydration a kibble-fed dog is in, as a large percentage of them is water. They help alkalize the body too, which is really important, especially for organs such as liver, kidneys, heart, and pancreas that work better in less acidic environment. And what I absolutely love about plants is that the fiber they're rich in feeds the friendly bacteria in your dog's gut. And as we know, about 70 to 80% of your pup's immune system resides in its gut, so it's crucial we look after it too. Now we know why plants should definitely be a part of your dog's bowl. Let me explain what I meant when I said they need to be given correctly. Well, dogs can't digest cellulose, the plant's cell wall. So when you offer your dog a whole carrot, it will eat it, yes, but it won't be able to properly digest it. So while most veggies are best fed raw, they should be crushed or blended and offered as a topper on the kibble, as this will help with digestion. However, some like spinach, mushrooms, carrots, tomatoes, broccoli, bell peppers, or asparagus are better cooked, as the exposure to heat helps to break that tough cell wall even more, and they can release more nutrients this way. So it's best to do some research or just go with lightly steamed option when you're feeding veggies. What fruits, veggies, nuts, and seeds can you feed your dog? There are only a few that you shouldn't, so let's start with these: onions, macadamia nuts, grapes, and raisins. That's it. That's all you need to remember. All the other ones are okay to give your dog, but use common sense and feed in moderation. Introduce new food slowly and monitor for signs of allergies, as dogs, the same as us, can have them. Don't feed cores, skins, stems, and pits. Chop to bite-sized pieces and let your pup enjoy the benefits. Try to fit all colors of the rainbow, as the bigger variety, the better benefits for your dog. And don't think you have to go shopping right now. Instead of throwing away ends of veggies when you make your dinner, put them aside and offer your dog. I hope this video encouraged you to add more fresh ingredients to your dog's bowl. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.